This is going to be one of the most to-the-point introductions I've ever done. Do these tees really give you 4 more yards? Let's find out, and let's do it now. Hi everyone, James Robinson here. If you're new to the channel and this is your very first time watching my content, first of all I would like to warmly welcome you to the channel. Second of all, please don't forget to consider hitting that subscribe button before you leave. That way you won't miss any of the great golf related content that we bring to you guys every single day. In today's video we are testing the 4 more yards tee, and we're going to put it, well, exactly to the test and see if it does what it says on the packaging. Because, well, I've tested a lot of tee pegs on this channel. I've tested brush tees, I've tested castle tees, I've tested coloured tees, wooden tees, all the tees you could care to think about, but I've never tested a tee that puts a numerical claim on a distance gain in the title of the product. So this is going to be interesting. Today we're going to use the Cobra Speed Zone driver because, well, I'm really enjoying testing it, and I just thought, why not? We're going to hit a load of shots with the 4 more yard tees. We're going to hit a load of shots with standard high wooden tees. We're going to intermittently swap them in and out, and I'm going to change them on the launch monitor so we can have collective data. And we're going to see exactly just how much further, if at all, they do really go, because really, if we're talking about distance, it has to be on average, doesn't it? So if we hit 10 shots with each, will this tee go 4 more yards on average? Guys, hit those comments below. What do you think? Will it happen? I'm also going to talk you through how the claim it works, where I got them from, and how much they cost. So let's kick off with the 4 more yards. Not a bad starter. It's a little bit left, but it's a good distance. I've got to say, it does feel odd putting it into the ground and sort of trying to get the ball on there. I should also say as well, a little bit of a disclaimer, I would expect my distance to be slightly down today because I have been just getting over a flu, so I would imagine that my speed's down, but obviously it's a fair test because we are testing them on the same day. How do these tees work? So basically they have a dynamic elastomer crown which allows less friction at low ball spin, resulting in longer drives. The height gauge allows for consistent tee depth, and the rigid polymer stake, well, I don't know what that does, but it says it's there, so we better include it, hadn't we? The multi-material construction allows for over 100 hits, so we don't need all 4. So that's always good, isn't it? You can get these in a different height as well. You can get them in iron heights and hybrid heights and 3-wood heights, but would you really want to hit your hybrid and your irons 4 more yards? I don't know. So one thing's for sure, it definitely flies out of the ground a long way, which could prove to be annoying. It doesn't always look like it's going to sit on the tee properly, but it's not fallen off yet, so we'll give it the benefit of the doubt there. For me, it is probably a little bit higher than I would like, but I'm sure I can get over it. Can I launch a drive? That felt very good. That was good. So where do I get more of these from? Guys, while you're watching as well, make sure you hit those comments below. Do you think it is going to go 4 more yards? What do we think? Right, okay, we've hit a small handful of shots with the 4 more yards tees. Let's hit a small handful of shots with the same size wooden tees. Then let's kind of keep swapping and changing, and let's see just how much difference there really is. Come on, James, back at home now. Wooden tee peg. Interesting that that first one was way more offline. Can you call that down to the tee peg? I'm not so sure. But it definitely was more left, and that is my general shot, isn't it? Now obviously guys, I have got to say that the majority of this test, well, all of this test is going to be strike related, so the difference between these 2 tee pegs will ultimately come down to how I'm swinging and how I hit them, but 10 shots has got to be enough with each, right? Just to get a vague idea? Or can it not be a vague idea? I want to see 4 more yards from this bad boy. Let's jump back into it. Okay, so I know what you're all thinking now as well. James, how much did they cost? How much did you spend? And where did you get them from? Well, I think they were about, in fact, wait. So I got them from Amazon and they cost £5.95 there. So that's how much they cost. So you really don't want to be losing these because you get 4 in a pack, £6 a pack, £1.20-ish. If that's wrong, yeah, you can if you want, but don't be that guy. Yeah, you could end up spending a lot of money on tea pegs, couldn't you, basically? So let's see if they're worth it. Definitely, it feels good. I mean, obviously the driver feels good anyway. I'm using Pro V1s, but it does seem to... And it's a funny one because I don't really want to believe that these things can give you 4 more yards, because if they did, surely every Tour Pro in the world would be using them. And even on the box it says first and only tea proven in both robotic and field tests to improve distance. Really? There she is. There's the one. One thing I do like about it actually is I do very much like the height. I've been using a small tee since I did the video on what tee height I should use, and it stopped me kind of leaning back and really trying to launch it. That one I leant back, I really tried to launch it, and it's done pretty well. Also, you don't get loads of white marks on the bottom of the driver, which is always nice, isn't it? I was just going to comment on the dispersion, and then you hit that one. Ah! Because before that one, the dispersion was so good. Oh well. I guess it's not a driver video if James doesn't send one off the planet left, is it? Let's go wooden again. Well, this has a nice little pattern on it as well to tell you how high to tee it. That's handy. Well, I guess tea pegs could be a good little stocking filler, couldn't they? It is Christmas week if you're watching this when I put it on. If you're watching it in July, then it's not Christmas week, but it might be a nice gift for someone. Ah, you see? We've had a casualty. Ah. I guess that's what you don't get with the £5.95 tee, a casualty. Right, okay, we're going to go all the way through now with the wooden tees. Then we've got 3 more... falling off. Then we've got 4 more yards tees to hit. Come on. And then we're going to have a big roundup. So yeah, we've got that to look forward to. There's the one. There's the one. Balance went, but that doesn't matter, does it? Okay, that's 2 nice ones to finish on with the wooden tee now. Now let's see if the 4 more yards tee, it's just a long name as well, isn't it? Can't we just call it the 40? Now let's see if the 40 can finish off in just as good a style. One thing that I have found interesting as well, and this has got my kind of review head on a little bit. When you've used the tee a couple of times, you'll see how the brushes kind of disperse a little bit there. I can't even go into this much detail, but when they're brand new, you'll see how they're a little bit more closed in. So that does affect tee height a little bit. So there's a little bit of a flaw, I guess. Maybe I just shouldn't put it into the ground so hard. Could be that, I suppose. Right, 2 more. And the real scary thing is, if these work, do they go in the bag? Do I buy them in bulk and use them? 4 more yards. Lovely swing to finish on. So, we have now hit 10 shots with the 40, as I've christened it, and 10 shots with a wooden tee. Guys, is it going to go 4 more yards? Is it worth £5.95 off Amazon? Let's find out. So, as always, we will start with dispersion, and this isn't really what the test's about, but that's the wooden one. Not too bad apart from that one, which was a horrendous swing. But remember, I've not been very well. And that is the 4 more yards tee. Check out that consistency in height. So I suppose you are getting something there with the, yeah, whatever they called that thing there, where it kind of makes sure it goes in at the right height. So there's that. What about numbers? Because this is why you all tuned in, isn't it? 2, 6... Oh, so actually, is it 4 more yards? On 10 shots, on an average, remember I said they'd be down a little bit because I've not been very well, it's actually 1 less yard. If we're talking carry, 2 less yards. So what other numbers do we have? We have ball speed, which was actually down a little bit, even though the club edge speed was up. We had spin, which was up ever so slightly at 2.8 from 2.719. We had less vertical angle, less time in the air. What more would you like to know? Nothing. So guys, there you have it. Now, I'm not saying that the marketing behind these types of tees is, but I mean, we've proven there that for me, over 10 shots, it doesn't go as far, and that's obviously going to be strike related, it's obviously going to be swing related, it's obviously going to be where I hit the ball on the face. But I guess if you came for definitive results and you wanted definitive results, they are your definitive results. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't you've enjoyed it? If you have, they're gonna stay up here. One thing as well, it did hurt. I stabbed myself in the pocket with one of them, and that really hurt. So that's that I would need 4 more yards at least to warrant stabbing myself in the pocket with one of those. Guys, thank you so much. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you do hit that subscribe button below. Leave us a like if you enjoyed that content. Comment below, were you right? Did you think it was going to flop? Did you think, in fact, has it flopped? It's just done a tease job, hasn't it? It's gone the same distance, really, but it's not done what it says on the tin. It's not gone 4 more yards. Guys, I'm not going to say thank you again, but thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow.